everyone, and welcome to our Newegg TV continuing coverage of CES 2013. We are out here at the AMD booth. I don't want to call it, what is this?
This is our AMD Experience Zone.
The AMD Experience Zone. It's like a hangar out here, and they've set up a ton of stuff. This is Mark from AMD, and thanks for talking to us today, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
And he's a product marketing manager.
Yep.
And you actually have quite a few things to show us here. We've done a quick tour already, so we're already somewhat familiar. Right. Mark's going to kind of take us through it step by step, and we'll try to give you guys the best idea of what you would be experiencing here if you could be here with us, which would be cool. But you can also watch from home.
Awesome, awesome.
That was a good intro.
Yeah.
All right, so Mark, what's this here behind us, first of all?
Okay, so first off, the big thing at CES this year, I'm sure you guys have seen, is the push on 4K displays. This is an 84-inch 4K display, top of the line, so you get that vivid, crisp picture. And this is our future of desktop demo. So what we have over here is this is our FX 8350, our newest FX processor that we make, highly overclockable. You guys are very familiar with this. Still the world's only 8-core, as well as the world's only 4.0 straight out of the box proc. And what we're running here is we're running a full digital-based gesture system on this kick-ass display. Okay. So the interface is really smooth, it's easy to use, very similar to Microsoft's Kinect, but with a lot more added features so that a user running a traditional-based computer or desktop can have full gesture-based functionality within Windows 8.
So if you are going with touch-based interface, which we know has been everywhere these days, especially if you're running Windows 8, so this the screen itself is not touch, but we have this little Logitech device right here, and that's providing you the ability to interface kind of just by using hand gestures in the air. Right. And also, I guess that would be a way for folks who maybe don't have a touchscreen already to just add it to an existing monitor or television. Yeah, yeah. It's a quick
and easy solution to upgrade. And actually, I kind of like it a bit more because you can focus on getting a higher quality camera that can sense your gestures better than, let's say, something that was maybe standard. So I like the adaptability, and I'm sure Newegg's customers and users would love the fact that they can also upgrade and add a better camera as their computer goes down the road. That's an awesome feature. So that's a quick demo of that. And next up, we're going to move over to these game stations right here. So these are custom built AMD arcade machines, and I'm pretty jealous. I kind of like one of these, if possible. Yeah, but, they're custom made, so we'd have to talk to somebody. Yeah, actually, Chris Meixel, who's right over there, he custom made these. Chris, come say hi. Chris?
Hi. Hi. Yes, I did.
Yeah. So
thank you, Chris.
Chris custom made these in our lab. These are AMD A10 APU powered machines. You can see the below there. That's a 7970 Radeon card. But the housing of the computer is based in the bottom of this traditional arcade cabinet, and then what you have up here is a 27-inch planar touchscreen monitor.
So you can interact with the buttons here as well as there's a pull-out keyboard.
Yep. Pull-out keyboard, and all your PC functionality is built in right here.
Top of the line.
Top of the line. You have your trackpad here, so you can choose what you want to do. And then, of course, you have your standard arcade fighter style sticks. So if you wanted to play Street Fighter or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, great system to do it. And then, of course, full touch capability on the top. So this is sort of nerd heaven for me. Yeah. I definitely want to have one of these, and hopefully Chris will be kind enough to maybe build one for me.
And our fans at home, I know, love custom builds, so this is an awesome, this is just a concept. You don't have to go all out like this, but just take this as an idea. You know, you can really build a computer into anything these days, and you add all these awesome ways to interface with it, and you just get support for, all the latest touchscreen games or non-touchscreen games. You can play it however you want. Yeah, and
the best part about this, in my opinion, is that those of us who grew up around this time, you get that sense of nostalgia having one of these in your corner of the house. It's a nice centerpiece. So
I used to be killer with Blanca, Street Fighter 2.
All right, yeah.
I could destroy anyone with Blanca. Not anymore though. Getting old. Yeah. Reflexes aren't quite the same.
Yeah, me neither. And no quarters required, so that's great. And then over here, this is our newest introduction into the all-in-one space. So on Monday, the AMD announced a partnership with Visio. Okay. And this machine is really the pinnacle of the all-in-one desktop that we have today. It's an A10 mobile-based part. Okay. So actually all of the PC components are housed right here in this very thin a stylish base.
Which I would mistake. Like I would just think, oh, that's part of the stand. You know?
Right,
but,
right.
So that's all the hardware in there. You were mentioning that the power supply is actually in the subwoofer.
Yeah, and when I first saw this, Paul, I was like, oh, okay, this is where most of the PC has to be housed, but I was incorrect. All here, but yeah, subwoofer comes standard with the model. You get the detachable Bluetooth keyboard with remote control here, and it's a full trackpad style.
Nice.
And of course, 1080p display, and Visio being who they are, the fantastic TV manufacturer, this display also couples as a full HD 1080p TV.
Very nice. And
so
you should accept their friend request.
All right, yeah, we will.
There we go.
Pirates 101. Great game.
Making new friends at CES.
Yeah, yeah.
Next up, we got a Lenovo machine over here.
Yep. This is also a Lenovo touch-based, full all-in-one desktop. This has some different capabilities of the Visio. It's your more traditional standard model because you have the keyboard, wireless mouse, but the display on this is just gorgeous. Really beautiful display. Again, running Windows 8, full touchscreen capabilities. You can see there, very accurate. And it's a fantastic display for, or fantastic computer for secondary PCs in the house. You might want to think about like putting one of these in the kitchen. If you're cooking, you need to look up a quick recipe, how to make a great drink, Manhattan. I've never made a Manhattan, but if I wanted to make one, I'd probably use this to figure it out.
I'd like to make a Manhattan.
Yeah, me too. I'd like one right now.
Maybe later, after we're done working.
That's right,
okay.
Always.
Next up here, we have, I understand, this is a tablet with the most powerful GPU of any tablet.
That is correct, yes. This is our new AMD codename Tamash platform.
Okay.
It's our Z60 CPU or APU, and this system is being run on a Winstron model.
Okay.
So this is basically the best you're going to do with a video on a tablet these days without coupling out with a discrete card.
Okay.
And then over here we have the Visio model, which was our big model at CES. Chris Sutphin, do you want to come in here and join us on this discussion for the tablets? Yes.
Chris, this is totally impromptu. We didn't prep Chris at all. So how you doing, Chris?
Good. I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for stopping by the booth today.
Thanks for having us.
I am super excited to start talking about all the wonderful tablets that we're bringing out and bringing to market.
All right.
We're showing here the brand new announced Visio tablet.
Okay.
It's an 11.6-inch full 1080p. So you're getting natively 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's brilliant HD experiences brought to you by AMD. It's being powered by a dual-core 1 GHz Z60 APU with HD Radeon graphics. And what we're actually showing you here is one of my favorites, Modern Warfare 2, a game you would never actually think playable on a tablet.
Yeah.
It is playing here with flawless frame rates, all kinds of texture details, shadows, dust, horizons, you name it, we got it. You can play it on a tablet. So it's a wonderful experience. And then in the background, you can sort of see how our competition tries to think that they can play some games.
I see. So we have a side-by-side comparison here. And the graphics capabilities of this one here clearly
outshine the competition.
Alrighty. And I like how you have a mouse and keyboard hooked up to a tablet. See, just because you're running a tablet doesn't mean you can't still rock a mouse and keyboard, because that's obviously the preferred interface method, at least for most of our viewers, I think.
Absolutely, and you know, people come to me and they say, well, why would I, you know, I've never played Modern Warfare 2 on a tablet, and I say to them, well, you couldn't before. Look what the competition is doing.
Yeah.
But AMD is unlocking new capabilities of our tablets through the performance of our APUs.
Excellent. And the mobile platform, the stuff you guys have been coming out with, how is the power consumption on those?
Fantastic. We're seeing about 6 hours of 720p video playback, about 8 hours of web browsing. I like to think of it as use all day, charge at night kind of model.
Just like your cell phone, if you have a decent cell phone, of course.
That's right.
All right, next up we want to move on because we have another experience here that AMD has shared with us.
Yeah.
And we've actually already been in it. So this is one that's kind of hard to describe.
Right, yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and describe it, Mark?
It's a seeing is believing type of experience. So what we call it, or what we like to call it here at CES, is the AMD Surround House. And essentially what it is we're introducing a new technology we call DDNS technology. And what it does is it uses the discrete cards abilities, our Radeon discrete graphics, abilities to pinpoint key specific actions that are going on visually and isolate sound coming from those specific key points.
Okay.
So in a more simple way to say it is, if you were watching a movie in an IMAX that was 360 degrees, obviously we don't have eyes on the back of our heads yet. We haven't evolved that way. So when you hear a cue behind you, the director wants you to physically turn around and see, you're going to get those cues, as well as left to right and out of periphery as well. So it's a way that we're allowing people who are making high-end films, new types of films that are full 360, and as of course gaming and virtual reality experiences of the future, to basically send sound cues to your brain and tell you where to look at that specific moment.
So what Mark showed us in here in the what was it called? It's
Surround House.
The Surround House, which is an awesome name. I need to remember it. Basically, you go into like a cabin.
Yep.
You have an Eyefinity setup, and it is how many screens do you have in there?
So there's 12 screens.
12
inside.
Screens total, which is like over 10,000 by 1920 by over 10,000.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
You said about twice what 4K resolution would be.
It's more than twice. It's
more than
actually
twice.
Pushing at any given frame. It's pushing over 10 million pixels.
Okay.
At once. So it's a little higher than IMAX actually.
All right, so that's kind of the technology behind it, and we're going to be kind of showing you guys some visuals of what we saw in there. They go through the demo once. There's cars that drive by outside. You can look out any window to see what's going on, and they played it through us once for us on just using stereo sound. And you're kind of looking around saying, okay, there's stuff going on. There's cops are arriving outside. There's helicopters and there's an explosion and everything. And then they played it for us again, and this time they're using the technology, which has a good name, I'm sure.
Right, DDNS.
The DDNS technology, which you mentioned earlier already, which basically allows you to have the sound coming out from where it's emanating from. So you look out a window and there's a cow walking by, the moo should come from that direction. And with that, you sort of get some more depth to the video. You see the hostages, which you might have not noticed otherwise. And it's really immersive experience. It's really cool, the 360 experience, and just sort of looking around at everything that's going on. It's a really awesome demo that you guys have set up just to display the technology. So we'll give you guys as much of a description as we can for it here. And until then, you'll just have to find an AMD demo going on somewhere that has a surround house setup. Because I'm sure you guys will be showing this off at other places, right?
Yeah, we want to take this type of experience on the road, give you guys a chance to experience it, and hopefully we can take it to some of our fan days, which we'll be doing next year quite a bit. Or sorry, this year now, 2013.
Very nice, 2013. It's a very polished experience, so I recommend if you guys get a chance to check it out, because it's really... I really like the combination of we have this technology, here's actually something that we can do with it that's a really cool experience.
Yeah, especially for gaming. So that's an exciting thing.
Definitely for gaming.
You guys out there.
So next up, we're over here at the other side of the AMD experience, and we have the See Now. This is cloud gaming service. So what are you guys doing with cloud gaming?
This is a part of our gaming strategy in a whole. Cloud gaming is absolutely the future of gaming experiences on thin and lights and ultra portables as well. You still need the localized hardware to process some of the pixelation that occurs, but what you have behind us here are games like Dishonored, Orcs Must Die, and they're run on our E2 platform, which is a thin and light, all-day battery life, 8-hour plus product. And what it's doing is basically streaming these games all above frames that are higher than 50 frames a second on hardware that could not process it if it was local on the drive. So
the game is actually being rendered in the cloud or on a cloud server and then fed down here to the actual local client system that you're running it on? Yep, and the servers are using our Radeon graphics as well as Opteron processors to do this stuff. So if you guys are looking into cloud gaming, See Now. See Now technology. Check it out. And of course, AMD has a wide variety of additional hardware here. The more traditional stuff that you guys might be familiar with, of course, gaming systems powered by the new Vishera CPUs. Of course, we got the AMD 7000 series GPUs running a lot of the stuff. 7970, the Gigahertz edition, one of my favorite video cards out right now. Yeah, beautiful, fantastic card. So that's all out for you guys. We got a demo going on. Which is the demo? So we have Devil May Cry here, which is a game that hasn't been played in the public, and it's by Capcom. Okay. It's a very cool game, very mature, but it's a full reboot on the franchise, and I'm very excited to play it, and I know a lot of people here have been dying to see this game. We also have Tomb Raider, which is another reboot of a popular franchise. Game runs awesome, and it's fantastic on Eyefinity as well. These titles are part of our AMD Gaming Evolved portfolio, so we're happy to show them here. And we also have a Wii U, and a lot of people ask me, what is a Wii U doing? Why do you have a Wii U? Right. So AMD actually powers the graphics that are inside of the Wii U. Okay. And it's another piece of our gaming strategy, which is console. So we have a strong foothold in console today.
We also power the Xbox 360 and the first generation of the Wii.
Excellent. So AMD continuing to support gamers,
yes,
whatever types of gamers they may be.
Yep.
And of course, our PC building brethren also still have support.
Which are my favorite.
With the maybe rumored 8000 series.
Yes. And actually, we've launched a couple 8000 series already in mobile and some mainstream cards, and I think you're going to see some very powerful 8000 series cards coming very soon.
All right. And Mark has said that the 8000 series cards he will send directly to me.
That's right.
As soon as they are available.
That's right.
All right,
always.
Mark. Well, let's wrap it up for this one. Thank you very much for all of your time today. Thanks to all of you guys for watching. If you want to see more of our CES 2013 coverage, you can find it on our Newegg TV YouTube channel. See you next time, guys.